truly think that every reader needs to experience a book event at least once in their lifetime. Hey book besties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be rounding up my experience at Love Y'all Book Fest. Earlier this month, I traveled to Atlanta, Georgia to go to the Love Y'all Book Fest, and it was fantastic. I had the best time. I met some incredible authors, met some of my book besties who I've known online, and it was just an incredible experience. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and stick around for more book content. I love sharing book reviews, book recommendations, book unboxing videos, just all the bookish things, so make sure you're following along. Before we dive into everything that I got to do at the Love Y'all Fest, let me share just a little bit about what the event is. So this is an event that's been going on for a couple years now. I'm not sure how many. This is my first time attending, but it has romance or romantasy authors, and there were so many good ones there. And they did have a mix of like really big names and like smaller named authors, which I thought was so great because I got to meet authors who are very popular, but also ones whose books that are very underhyped that I love and would love to meet these authors, and they were great. So it was a fantastic experience, and there was like, the way they have the event set up, it's like a 2-day event for Saturday and Sunday, and they have signings going on and panels where a lot of the authors were speaking. I only got a 1-day pass just for Saturday, so I was only able to get books signed by authors because they had them all broken up in like hour segments, and like every hour I had authors I wanted to meet, and then they had panels during those hours as well. So I didn't get a chance to go to any of the panels, but that was learning experience because next year I will be getting a weekend pass so that I can go both days and be able to get books signed and go to some author panels and just do all the things because this was so much fun. I will be back for sure. Let me show you the little tote that I brought. You can't really see the whole big thing, but it is like a must when you go to book events because you're like carrying around a bunch of books to get signed. You're buying stuff, books. I didn't buy too many books because I brought everything I had with me, but I did buy a lot of other things while I was there. So you needed something like this to carry around. And plus this has like a lid that you can easily slide on and off. And I use this as a seat sometimes when I just needed to sit down. If you like want something like this, I will link it in the description box because I got it on Amazon and I love this one so much. But anyway, let me show you everything that I got while I was there. This is my little pass that I wore. It was so fun. They had a bunch of these little like tags that you could put on. Some people had like them hanging off like a lot, but it was really cool to get the little tags and put them on there and just have all the fun things. It was just an extra part of the experience. So while I was there, I met like a mix of authors whose books I had read and books whose ones I haven't read but are on my TBR. So let's go through the ones of authors that I have read books from. First was Adrienne Young. I had her sign A Sea of Unspoken Things. And I actually had just finished this. I read this at the beginning of February and loved it so much. This is like, Adrienne Young writes a couple different types of books, but this is one of her books that's like a mystery with some magical realism to it. She's written 3 of those so far, and I love them so much, and this one was no different. I loved it. I read the audiobook and it was so freaking good. And I will say that I have met Adrienne Young before. I met her at a book event at a local bookstore in November of last year, and I had her sign a lot of the other books I have of hers, so I only had this one. I was saving it for this event because I hadn't read it yet, so I wanted to meet her after I'd read this one. Next, I met Betty Carello, who wrote 32 Days in May. This is another book that I read like in February that I wanted to make sure I read before I went to meet her. I loved this book so much, and she was so sweet. I loved her, and she signed my book. She wrote great eyes. She told me that my eyes were beautiful, and that was just, she was so freaking nice. And I will say, before I keep going, that I love reading books by authors and people who are just good people, and I can very confidently say that every single author that I met is an incredible human. They were so kind, so excited to be meeting their readers, and just excited to be there. They were all just genuinely so sweet. So if you like reading books by people who are good people, these authors, you've got to check them out. Back to the books. Next is Chandra Blumberg. I love this book so much. It's one of my favorite romance reads ever, and I told her that, and she was so excited to hear that, and that made me feel so good because I think people need to hear when people like their books, and I know that sometimes as an author you might not get to meet people as much who have loved your book, so yeah, But anyway, she signed it here. She was so nice. Next is Ashley Jordan. She wrote this book, and this is her debut novel, and it was actually based in the Smoky Mountains, which is where I live. So I was so excited to meet her because what I loved about this book was all like the little references to places in Gatlinburg. So yeah, it was really fun to chat with her about all that. And she signed it here. She was so sweet. Everybody was. You're gonna hear me repeat that because everybody was so nice. Next, I met Ashley Poston, so she signed my copy of 7 Year Slip, which is my bedazzled one I did with my book club, and she complimented it. She said it was so cute, so she signed that. I also had her sign a novel love story. I have not read this one yet. I have read this one. I freaking love this book. Oops, sorry. I love it so much. But yeah, I had her sign this one too. This one's on my TBR. I actually have, the only one I've read of hers is the 7 Year Slip, but I have every other book of hers on my TBR, but this is the one that I brought with me. I like had my husband and my sons like pick out which one I should bring, and this is the one they picked, so. And then I met Denise Williams. Now, I have not read this book yet. I was in the middle of reading The Redo List, which is her newest book, when I was there. I have since finished it and loved it, but I picked this one up while I was there because I had the ebook. So I was there and I was like, I kind of want this book because I'm obsessed with the cover. So I didn't have her like personalize it. Like all the books they had for sale there were pre-signed. So I do have a signed copy of this, but I brought this one and had her sign it. And she was so sweet. She had a copy of this book of her own that she was asking her readers to sign. How cute. Like that is somebody who loves their readers. So I enjoyed that a lot. And she signed it right down here. So cute. I'm very excited to read this book, especially after reading this one. I love her writing. Next are all the authors on my TBR. First is Regina Black. I have 2 of her books. I've heard so many good things about them, especially this one. And this cover is so stunning. And I was actually talking with her about it, and we were talking about the paperback that's coming out in May, which is gorgeous. Like this is gorgeous in itself, but the paperback has like a lot more gold elements to it that are just stunning. And then of course The Art of Scandal. I've heard so many good things about this, and I'm so excited to read it. Next is Julian Winters. He was so fun, just like such a big personality and so fun and excited to be there. I loved him. He was so great. And I'm very excited to read his books. He's got, I mean, this is the newest one that just came out, but he's got a ton of other ones because I saw them there at the event. So yeah, I'm gonna need to be reading more of his books. Next is Rachel Runya Katz. This book was so intriguing to me when I saw that it was releasing, so I was very excited to meet her because this has like a rivals to lovers vibe to it, which is my favorite. And when I actually was trying to find her signing line, I asked the volunteers that were there where she was, and they were like gushing about this book. They were like, oh my god, it was so good. So it made me even more excited to read it. Next is Kate Dramis. This is a debut author with, look at these books. This book is so stunning. And she was actually one of the keynote speakers there. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to go to any of the panels or anything, but she was so sweet. I just loved her. Next is Erin Connor, again, another sweet author, and she's got a couple other books. There's another book she has out that's like a music book. This one sounds so good. This is another workplace romance. Love it. And last, I met Cassie West. This book is actually one that's not released yet. It's one that I won in a Goodreads giveaway, which I'm still surprised that I win Goodreads giveaways every now and then, but it happens. And she signed this. She was so nice. And her husband was there too. Her husband is like a giant. He was so freaking tall, but he was like helping manage her line and just being there to like talk with everybody. And he was so great. It's so fun to see supportive husbands with these authors. There were tons of them there. I just love that aspect of it. It's so cool to see. So yeah, those are all the books that I got signed. Quite the haul. And like I said, I did have all of these books before I went. A lot of them I already had, especially the ones that I'd read, but there were some that I ordered last minute because I was trying to think of other authors I wanted to meet, so I added some more to my list. And like I said, while I was there, I only bought the one book because I'm really trying to not buy too many books, especially because this is my birthday month and I know that I'm going to be doing a big birthday haul. So I wanted to like save some money, save some room in my house because I'm running out of bookshelf space. So yeah, I kept it cool. I wasn't buying too much. So there you have it. But that being said, I did buy bookish items. The first thing I got was actually something I ordered before I got there. I got this tee. It's got the little like logo in the corner, and then on the back has all the authors that were in attendance there. And I'm glad I ordered this because at the merch table, I didn't see this like for sale, so I wonder if like they just didn't like have any more. So I'm glad I got it because I definitely wanted a t-shirt of the event, and this is a perfect one. And honestly, blue normally isn't my color, but I tried it on and it's really cute, so I'm glad I got it. And then all the attendees get a little tote bag. I love a tote bag. I mean, you can never have enough of these. It's so cute. Nothing on the back, just blank, but yeah, love it. I got another shirt from a little small business that was there. It's like a brown shirt with this like embroidered pink bookish. Oh my god, it's so cute. I love like embroidered stuff, and like sometimes like embroiders, if it's like right on the chest, like it's annoying to me, but this is like right here, like right on the upper chest, whatever, and it's really comfortable, super cute. I'm so obsessed. I got a couple keychains because I'm just like a keychain person. I love them so much. I got this one here, which is like a kind of like a hotel key for like the Love Y'all Fest, so had to have that. I got this one here from that same like embroidery place, the little book, Booked and Busy, cute. And then I got this one, it's like somebody reading, and it says, "I'm reading, don't talk to me." So cute. And it also came with this like little heart that I could like, she said I could like clip it onto a water bottle or something, but I actually might clip it onto my Kindle back and have the keychain on there. That'd be a cute idea, I think. I got tons of little stickers and stuff. There were some people handing out like little goodie bags, which I went to a book event last year, and there were tons of people handing out like goodie bags, bracelets, all that stuff. So I did like make little goodie bags to hand out to people, but I will say that at this event there weren't that many people doing that, which is fine, but there were some. So I got like a bracelet, mostly stickers, but I got some bookmarks. Like that one's so cute. Just like a bunch of different ones. I could show them all to you, but they're a lot. So yeah, I also did buy some things. Like I bought this bookmark, which I thought was really cute. And I think I bought a sticker too. I don't know, they're all like in here, but anyway. Oh, I think I bought this one. That's adorable. I love the open book like flowers coming out. I think that's so cute. And the last thing I have to show you is from an event that I went to after the book event. So Berkeley, the publishing company, hosted an influencer event, and you had to like apply to like be invited, and so I did, and I was very excited to get an invite. I like could not believe it. Like that's so cool. Like I didn't go to the event as an influencer, I didn't apply, but I did get to go as an influencer to this party, which was just so much fun. I loved that, especially like Berkeley, because Berkeley is like very like prestigious. Like it's so hard to get on their like influencer program or get arcs from them on NetGalley. So I was very excited to be invited to the event. And while there, we got a nice bag full of books. So let me show you what they gave us. Well, first of all, we got a pair of socks. It says buy me books. And this is from Out of Print, who does like a lot of book gear. So yeah, very exciting. And like they had a bunch of different bags with books in it, and like not all of them were the same. So there's some people who were trading. I ended up not trading, but that's fine. But I got Muscles and Monsters. I think this one is out already. I'm not positive. Boots Beneath Her Bed. This one sounds so good. It's like a cowboy romance. And yeah, it's gonna be on sale on April 21st of this year. Next is The Summer Girlfriend. This one sounds so good. I'm very excited about this. This one comes out on June 9th. And last is Romantic Hero. This one comes out on June 16th, and this is by the same author who wrote Love of My Afterlife, which I read last year and really enjoyed, so I'm very excited to read this book. But yeah, it was so fun going to this event. It was just like this little, like, I don't know, like just kind of like talk to people and everything, and I did get to see some of my friends who I've made on TikTok at the event. It was so much fun. I love getting to meet friends I know online in person. It's so cool. So yeah, that was a really exciting moment, and I had a lot of fun at that. So yeah, there you have it. I have so much fun. This is now my second book event that I've been to, and it was just such a great time. It's so cool because like everybody there is just so excited to talk about books and like meet authors, buy bookish things, meet other readers. It's just, the atmosphere is so incredible. So if you've never been to a book event before, I highly recommend it. I feel like there are more book events happening all the time. So check out like if your local area is having one or somewhere close to you. Like I said, this one was in Atlanta. I live in Tennessee. It was only like 4.5 hours to get there, so it wasn't too bad. And then I'm going to another book event in July, which is the same one I went to last year, and that's in my town. So that was very convenient, and it'll be convenient again. But yeah, if you have anything near you or someplace that you could easily travel to, I highly recommend it. And I will say that, like, I know some people are a little nervous about going somewhere by themselves. I can be that way too. But it was so fun to do because if you like, it's easy to talk to other people while you're there because everybody's kind of an introvert. That's kind of how readers are by nature. So it's kind of a good balance of like being able to talk to people, but also like people will leave you alone. Like if you're not like in a position to talk, they're not going to bother you. So it's kind of like a good balance of being able to talk to other people and also being able to keep by yourself for a little bit. I had a great time. Obviously, I keep saying that, but it was just so incredible. So this is your sign that if you have not been to a book event yet, you need to go. In the comments, let me know if you have ever gone to a book event before and which one you went to, how much fun you had. Tell me all about it. Thanks for watching, besties. I'll see you next time.